Good morning and welcome to Chinchilla Bowls Club for the 2026 Men's Forwards Carnival. For a start, we'd like to acknowledge and thank the sponsors and supporters: Canby Downs Mine, Carlton and United Breweries, Western Downs Regional Council, who have sponsored the live streaming, Jackson Parts and Industrial Supplies, Origin Energy, Cube Energy, Peter Belgrove and Kay Ainsworth. Sorry about that delay. I just had a little bit of feedback from one of the monitors that we're doing for the comments. Anyway, I'm Robbie Allen. I've got my daughter Tony doing the switching today, and you'll have to put up with me in the commentary. And this game here, we've got John Gray leading, Chris Hart, Peter O'Day and Matty Wassell, and they're playing against Robert Leslie, who's commonly known Boko, Randal Taylor, Craig Emery and Gary Schultz, who's commonly known as Bung. They've just kicked off the first end, and I'm not too sure who led off there. I still need to figure out who's in what team. Well, Bung's directing that bowl, so that must be his second. Who is Randal? And Chris Hart will be on the mat now. So Randal's got the yellow bowls. And Chris was very close to that one, and we'll call that a magenta. Okay, the guys have had a couple of trial ends, but it's still going to take a few ends for them to just get the hang of the speed of the green, and also just to find that true line. Looks to be just a smidgen wide for that one. Speed was very good though. Okay, that must have been Craig Emery. And this is Peter O'Day, the club president. Yes, he's played here before. We'll call that a red bowl. Good effort there from Craig. We just have to get Matty to shift out of that line a little bit. Must have heard me. Just a little bit under for both. So it looks like Bung's holding one, possibly two. It depends on who that black bowl is and who's got the blue and white striped one. Looks to be underlined a little bit. You won't be too happy with that start. It's a dark green bowl. Okay, Bung seems to have a better line this time. This needs to sit on that yellow for shot. Well done. Okay, see what Matty can do here. He seems to be on a good track. He's played this very well. And that should be one to Craig, unfortunately. He just went through too far. Yeah, they're not telling us much. But that'll be Boko with the jack in his hand. And hopefully they'll do the scoreboard. No, they're keeping it a secret. Oh no, who's that? That looks to be... Is that John Gray?
That was number 1. Number 2, so that's to Bung, 2.
Okay, we're just sussing things out here.
They've got their scoreboard around the other way.
Okay, okay, so that looks to be 2 good starting bowls here for... I'm picking that's Boko. So he has the blue and white, and John Gray has got the black speckle. Okay, see if Randal can just tidy this up a little bit for the team. Just a little bit short. He really needed one behind then if he could. Okay, Randal with the second. He'll be certainly wanting to reach the head this time. Oh, that would be the first bowl past the jack. That's not a bad home if they do play it on that right-hand side of the green, slice the jack a bit, he'll be happy there. Okay, we'll see what Chris can do here. He's looking to be covering the back as well. No, not quite enough speed for that. Well, that's an interesting spot. Could be second shot. Okay, see what Craig can do. Guys are still coming to grips with the speed of the screen. They tell me it was running about 16 odd yesterday, and the back green from where we are was running just over 17 yesterday. Okay, Peter was just a bit unlucky there, knocking that one in across. Okay, Craig again. Seems to have a good line the way they were hooking in from that side. That's a lovely bowl. Absolute brilliant. Okay, we're just trying to get Tony's way, just getting somebody organised to turn that music down in the background. It's just starting to get a little bit too loud in this area. Okay, see what Bung can do. He's got a lot of his bowls coming up on that hand. Speed was nice draw weight speed. Okay, so Matty's a couple down at the moment. That certainly took a lot of pain out. That'll be third shot. And it's opened up so we can actually have a little bit more of a look at it with his second bowl. Oh, Bung's very tight. He's not happy. He seemed to rush himself on the mat there. Oh, I got a little bit of luck there. Knocking one of Boko's bowls in a bit closer. Matty just a smidgen wide again for what he was after. I believe that was one shot to Matty. Okay, so John on the mat, picked his length. Looks to be medium length. This should swing in if it's the same as going back the other way. It's got a late finish on it. And it's starting to turn in a bit there. It's slightly wide, but it's in a handy spot. Boko seems to have a good line on this one. And not bad speed either. He's only about a foot and a half maybe over, which is very handy still. John's made his correction on this one. Absolutely played a bomb. Good correction. That's what people like to see when they make the correction and it comes off. Okay, Boko gave that a good go, good speed. Okay, see what Chris can do here. He'll be just looking to get inside the blue and white bowl, or just around it. He's played that well. Found his line on that one. Randal being a southpaw. Once again, a very good home. It looks like the jack is pointed that way. If there's any touch on that shot bowl on the right hand side coming down for the guys, backhand for most of them, they might look at that once the third gets on the mat. And it's a good bowl there from, what are we on there, Chris? Oh, great effort. Very good effort. So Peter, he'll be looking to consolidate that shot of John's. They do need another one on the head, which would certainly help. It's not bad, could be third shot. Yep, Bung called the shot I mentioned earlier, just on the backhand, just to try and roll a shot bowl onto the jack. He's got a couple of catches out that way. Morning, Vince Calabrese, watching from Leppington. Morning, Kerry, Gillian Murphy, and Tyler Pettigrew. Morning to you all. And we've on the YouTube one, we have Garrett. How's it going? Yeah, it's going good, Garrett. Everything is looking sweet here at the moment. It's a lovely bowl from Peter. He's given them 2 shots. And Chris has got the bowl directly behind, just at the bottom of the screen there. That magenta bowl. That looks to be the furthest, the deepest bowl on the rink. He gave that a bit of a look. He was wanting to pop that out. And it's going to stay on the green. Yep, right on the edge of the ditch. Okay, see what Matty can do. Tracking well, just maybe... Oh no, it did come in. Could be close for the third. I wouldn't be surprised if Bung goes pretty quick at the at that front red bowl, trying to open up the head that way with his first shot. He's two and a look down. Oh, he's just playing a searching shot. Okay, if that jack goes straight back, it'll be at least 1, if not 2 down. That's Bung I'm talking about. Matty just wants to consolidate the back area here, split them up. Done a very good job of it too. Bung still playing this searching shot. Not an easy one to get early up. 3. It's 3 more to Matty. Okay, we'll see what length John throws this time. I'm picking he's going to stick to that medium. Yeah, well thrown, Jack. Okay, looks like John's going around the clock. Here's a great draw on the screen at the moment. Boko's doing the same. He's going forehand round the clock. About a metre. We have a good field here this year. They had the Calcutta last night, which went off pretty well. One of the teams went for a good amount, which is Bung's team, which is on the stream at the moment. Followed by Brett Wilkie's team, who is the second highest bought team. Once again, John made a very good correction with the second bowl. And of course the game of bowls is the art of correction. And he's mastering that well today so far. Long way to go, of course. Still got 2 more games today and then 2 more games tomorrow before the victors get to take home the spoils. And Chris turned his back on that one early. So Bung's just asked Randal to get something handy on the head for a start. Looks like it's a couple of feet short still of what Bung was wanting. And Chris has given this a bit more by the look of this. Gee, that's turning a long way. That's come right back to the line. Okay, Randal was on the mat pretty quick. He's played that well. Gives Bung a good second now, and it would still like maybe something between the magenta and the blue and white bowl there just for a bit of cover. And then he can start looking at putting some work onto the shot bowl. So Peter's looking at just coming to reach this back yellow, sit in there for a second shot. Just a little bit light. Yeah, Bung's in a bit of a quandary here. Yeah, he just wants Craig to get another one on the head for him. Just a little bit on the dainty side. Okay, I thought Peter might have played the backhand and just come around and covered these back ones here in the right hand bottom quadrant. It's not a bad bowl there. It'll take out a bit of pain if it does get moved. Okay, what's Craig going to do here? I thought he might have blocked up that hole. There's a little bit of a shot down there on Bung's backhand where he can come underneath the front blue and white. He's got the shoulders of that yellow and red to come on to straighten him up a little bit and just tap that shot bowl. Doesn't need it tapped too much though, because Chris and oh no, it's Boko's back bowl on the right hand side. And Chris and Peter have got the other two, which is the angle of it looks like it'll go past them. Okay, his third just called him to just tap the shot bowl, move the jack back about a foot. Oh, not a bad effort, just a tad wide, but he does have to get wide enough to get round those 4 bowls in the line. So Matty says, I'll show you how it's done without moving it. Oh, great effort. Don't think it counts though. I think Randal's still got the second shot. I know the third, Craig is calling it as possibly 2 down. Bung's just sticking to the drawing sort of shot just to crack an egg on it. No, they haven't intimated how many there is, but I think they'll get the scoreboard done. We'll bring us up to date on that. They've done the board yet? No, not yet. Okay, we've got a couple of bowls down there already. John was just a little bit long with his first. Once again, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes that correction that he's been doing so far all day. He didn't drop much weight off it, but at least it's still in play. Boko only needs another foot of weight on his last bowl. And that's not too bad, that's 2 good bowls. Scotty Geimer, good morning yourself. Yep, So it's a lovely day out here at the moment. Got a few clouds in the sky, but at least it wasn't frosty this morning. Okay, Chris has played that very well. Okay, Randal thought, no, we'll shift that a bit, and he's just dropped it onto Chris's bowl. It's about 10 millimetres out of a really good shot. Okay, Chris is was asked by a skip to just draw in behind, so he actually got the backers bowl. Could come in handy before this end is out. Another good one from Randal there, just behind the head. It's a good chance of that jack moving in this game. Okay. Petey just a bit shy on weight. Most of them seem to be favouring the inside hand rather than the ditch side. They're going the other way, like most of them are going around the clock forehand. Great bowl there from Craig, good weight on it. Okay, Matty just needs to shift a smidgen. We might have to give him the little... Yeah. I know my beeper's not working down that far end. Okay, we'll see what Craig's up to here. Once again, nice speed. Okay, so okay, Tony's just given me a little message here saying that in this tournament we've got 32 different clubs represented, which is absolutely amazing. 28 teams.
Even some from Townsville.
Yep, they've even got some here from Townsville, Gold Coast. Yeah, it's a vast area that is represented. Okay, great bowl from Bung there. Possibly made a 3. Just depends on that bowl of Bungs and that red bowl of Peters. But from this angle it looks like it could be 3 shots. And well played, Matty. Absolutely brilliant. 3 down to 1 up. Okay. Bung will be looking to just sit that bowl through, or maybe the jack would be a better option for him. Gave it a good show. That looks to be another one to Matty. Saw the little hand signal there from Craig, pointing to one down. That'll make it 2-7 after 5 ends. These games this weekend, 16 end games, 2 hours 15 minute time limit. It is a respot on the tee, and there'll be no drawn games. So if the both scores are the same at the end of the allotted number of ends, or when the time elapses, they will play an extra end to get a winner. And even the scoreboard in the background there agrees with us on our screen scoreboard, which is always a good sign. Means they were both on the same page and reading the same book. Okay, and a little bit of a quick shout out to the guys down at the Gold Coast, Brian and co, who are looking after the Champion of Champion men's, ladies and mixed pairs today at Club Robina. All the best for the teams down there playing. And no doubt I'll see some results later on. Okay, Boko with the second. Yeah, they seem to be swinging more and more as the green is drying out a little bit. It's really ripping in there. Okay, Randal having a bit of a look at this. Had the right speed for it. Very good speed. Okay, Matty just wanting something in this back corner. Holding shot. This wants a bit of coverage. And it looks like Chris just missed his line there for a bit. Could come in handy there though for that slightly weighted shot if they play it on the forehand. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance right in the eye. Okay, Bung was just wanting to take a metre off that last effort. And just sort of maybe took a couple of metres off. Okay, so Peter's just wanted to cover that back quadrant. As I say, they're holding one at the moment. And that's not a bad posse. Okay, Craig looks to be tight again. And his weight just reached overhead weight. Okay. What's Matty going to be doing? Looks to be a draw line, starting to work now. Just lacking a little bit of speed. Bung's still looking at bringing Boko's bowl up, or he's got a shoulder to work off that red to come into the magenta bowl. And he looks to have a bit better weight. He just needs to slide past them. Weight wasn't too bad. Did slow down once I caught those two bowls' edges though. Okay, another one to Matty. He's starting to run away a little bit here, just picking up the ones and so. But if you score on each end, you've got a good chance of winning the game. Okay, a little bit further this time, right onto the tee. The mat's up, probably about 2-3 metres maybe. It's just 3 metres short of a full length. And John's played that very well. Boko gave that a chance on the way past. John's well down again. Absolutely beautiful bowl. Two beautiful bowls. Looks like he's got the edge factor. Okay, Boko's in the area. Just needed a slight rub on that shoulder. I just had to plug in one of the tablets. Just come up and warned me that it was 15% left. I forgot to plug it in this morning. And we'll call that a senior moment. Okay, Randal looks like he's found the sandpit. Seems funny sitting in this this table here in front of the output screen, where I'm normally sitting in the other table, and I've got 4 cameras I can view at any one time, and this one here I'm limited to only 1 camera view, which is it's a bit weird. That just doesn't feel right, but I'll get used to it. Okay, that worked out for them. Bit fortuitous, but you don't draw a picture of how the bowls end up and whatever. You just take what's given to you. Peter says, we might just do something about this. Yeah, and it looks like he may have brought John up for a shot. Bung seems to be pointing down for 1 down, so... Okay, let's see if we can make a slight correction on this line. I think he just crimped it a smidgen. Very fortuitous slide. Maybe 2 shots, just depends. Okay, Craig's given this a go and sits in for a shot. Great effort. Yeah, can we just zoom in a little bit more on that inset, Tony? It doesn't give us the depth of that where that green is, but yeah, it looks to be shot. I just about favour it in a measure. Matty's going to put paid to that. No, he's not. Didn't miss that by much. Had a nice catch there of Peter's that he would have dragged it back to. And of course John's black one, if he'd got it on a 45-degree angle, he could have made 3 shots out of it. Well, I believe that's just about the shot now. With my uneducated eye. Still nobody wanted to attack it on that backhand. Gee, that was a fine effort. So all Bung's got to do is just come in underneath the head, sit the black for 3. And it's hard to sit a bowl out if you don't quite reach the head. He had a great line though. Okay, so Boko's got the mat, strode up the green. I'm picking that was just a 1. No, they haven't done the scoreboard yet. Just doing it now. Oh, sorry. Yep. No, it must have been a 2. Yep. Tony's all over it. Okay. That one just turtled on John. Yeah, Matty's, sorry, not Matty, Boko certainly made the adjustment on the line. Yeah, we've got a couple of helicopters floating around. Must be the army ones. That's the second one to go over that same direction. It looks more like a news crew one. This is one of the looser heads I've had for a wee while. These 2 leads. Gives the second zoe an opportunity to shine and draw a nice close shot, and Randal certainly done that. A little bit of chalk on it. I'm not too sure whether the skips noticed that being a toucher. Nobody's gone down to mark it as yet. Oh, yep, there he is. Good on you, Bung. Nothing worse than having a toucher without it being marked. They all knew it's a toucher, and if it goes in the ditch, yeah, it can be interesting, as we found out on Tuesday up at Glasshouse. Okay. See what Chris is going to do with this bowl. Work off the edge of that. And played it very well. And the bowls coming in on those angles, those shoulders are certainly worthwhile looking at. And a lot of people say, oh, it's a little bit of luck involved if you get a slide off a shoulder. But it gives you an opportunity, and all the more experienced bowlers know that that shoulder gives you that extra half a bowl width of line that you can work off. And I have seen some of them over the years nominate a shot from a bowl that's around about maybe a yard or so short and a yard or so wide, and they'll say, well, if I come off this shoulder, I will come into the head on this angle and do the disturbance I need, and they've nominated it and played it. So, you know, you can use those shoulders to your advantage. Okay, Peter wants to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to shift it back too early. He's got some good coverage back there. If he moves that jack back there, they've got holding 3 if that's where it's going to go. So Craig certainly needs to cover that. Probably just drifted a little bit too much across. But he needs to be careful of that, because that bowl looks to be only about a half an inch or an inch off the jack. That it won't take much to spring it back that yard that he wants. Doesn't want it back too much further. It'll open it up too much for Bung to get an easy shot on it. And it looks like Bung's looking at a bit of an attacking shot here. The hand signals might be coming down relatively quickish on the forehand. He's got the split between the yellow and the magenta, which he's found the split. Well done. He must have been listening to me, Tony. No, it was the only shot that looked to be on. Yep. Matty's just got to stop now. Oh, not too sure. Randal may still have it on that jack level bowl. Okay, just needs to take a foot or so off his last. Or bring the jack back with him on that angle. Could have made 3. Right. Let the jury deliberate. Oh, that pink and blue bowl must be further back than what it looks. Oh, it is, yeah, quite a wee way back. So taking 2 out and measuring for 3. And that looks like 3. Okay, that brings the game a little bit closer, 7-8. And we're halfway through the game. Still got an hour and 16 left to go. So they're ahead of schedule on timing. And once again, we'd like to thank the Western Downs Regional Council. They sponsored the live streaming team out here this weekend. Well, it's not actually a team, it's me and Tony. And Tony was good enough to come out and volunteer to do the switching while I suffered on the microphone. But yes, yeah, thanks to the Regional Council for that. They're good supporters of the Bowls Club, as all the others as well, which is the Canby Downs Mine, Carlton United Breweries, Jackson Parts and Industrial Supplies, Cube Energy, Origin Energy, and of course also the sponsors for the Money Tree raffles and etc., Peter Belgrove and Kay Ainsworth. I'd like to thank them very much. And of course, all the ones at the club here have put the effort into making this happen. Billy George is running around like an Energizer bunny still. I don't think that guy ever stops. And of course, the greenkeepers, the staff, the kitchen and bar staff, all helping. Excuse me, all helping to make the weekend a success. Okay, Randal's put a good bowl in there. They are holding 3 now. Still nobody keen to play that backhand. And I thought Chris might have. Oh, gee, look at that though. He's going to prove me wrong. I thought the backhand might have been a better option. But gee, yeah, they've got that forehand coming this way down to a tee. They they're liking the draw on it, and it is coming under bowls nicely. Yep. Bung's happy to sacrifice that shot to get the red out of the way. Still leaves him a couple. Oh, interesting. Now that's gone out, which it looks like it has. Goes back on the tee, and Bung is holding 3 shots. So that was a good bowl from Randal. Good call from Bung to notice that sacrifice that 1 shot. As it's turned out, he's ended up with 3. And once again, that's a little bit of the tactics that you can employ in a game where you are respotting. It is sometimes favourable to kill the end to get the jack back onto the tee for scoring purposes. Okay. Craig would want to have kept off that one. He might have been coming in a little bit hot though, but at least it would have pushed that bowl of Boko's back if it sat there still holding 3 and a better back bowl. Well, Peter's close here. Still probably 3. Good view of Bung's Pelican shirt. He's played a bit of Premier League for Muzzy. Yes, won't do any harm back there. Okay, so Matty just wants something on the head there. He'll be probably 3 down. And probably still 3 down. But he's got a bowl there to help cover it. In fact, I think that's the only bowl behind the head that's left. Okay, Bung's just made a little bit harder now for Matty. Yep, he's changed to the forehand. He can sit and stay on that blue and white bowl. Or he can slide off the yellow and slide right out of the head. Okay. Bung's wanting to hang around there if he can. Yep, and that's probably in the count. Trying to get Matty to play a very difficult shot. Forehand's probably his only option again now. He can just draw around that blue and white for shot. He can come and sit on them and maybe get 3rd shot and cut down the damage. But instead, yep, just going to slide through again. So it looks to be 4, and Peter did indicate that with the fingers. So Bung's picked up 7 in the last couple of ends, so they're going to carry on with that mat up. A great start there from Boko. And not a bad reply from John. Okay, just needs a little tad more grass this time. And it's coming in beautifully once again. Yeah, the way the green is running is there's no excuse to be narrow. You can throw the bowl out there and you know it's coming back. Reminds me of the 20-21 second greens I used to play on, where you just you throw the bowl out. You could roll the smoke while it was travelling down there. That's how long it took, but it would really come in from wide out. A lot of the art of that drawing on wide greens has been lost a little bit over the years, as the green speeds have been probably monitored more to the 15-16 mark, where you can actually play all the shots. You can play a yard through a lot easier than you can on a 21 second green. Okay, Chris looking to help out John's bowls that are just out of the count in the front there. Boko's got two lovely shots there. Okay. Randal just slightly narrow. And probably a little bit quick as it turned out. His team's holding the shot, unless I'm mistaken. And looking at camera 2 there, it looks to be, well, definitely one now, but it looked to be one anyway. Sorry about that. We just had to fix up a focus view on one of the cameras. Just had to give Tony a bit of assistance here. Okay, that could have changed things. Might have given them second shot now. Oh no, well, it's definitely only one now. Just as we got the view up there to see if that other one of Boko's was in as second, they come and take it out on them. Whoever's pretty much set there for Bung, he's got a couple of catches in the Boko's bowl and the green bowl. And if that jack does move backwards a bit, g'day Kevin Buckley. Yep, the greens are looking very good. And Reese, yep, all's well. And yeah, this morning it wasn't a frost out here. First time in 4 years that we've come onto the veranda and to get everything set up at 6 in the morning, and there's been no frost on the ground. And trust me, it was a really nice feeling this morning. It was probably about 5 or 6 degrees maybe, but it's a lot better than -1 like it's been the last few years. Okay, Peter's just calling Matty to just come through there, come onto John's bowl, which is touching Boko's bowl, and it would just pop it out, and he's very close. Played a ripper. Just don't know whether it was enough to push Boko's bowl far enough out. Looking on the inset up there, if we can shift his left foot. It's going to be interesting. They're going to put a tape on it, so. And of course they want to just stand in the way of the side camera, so they're unaware of that. They were looking at that though. Okay, so 1 to Matty. Played that very well. That keeps them back in the game. Stops that run of a couple of ends there where Bung scored 7 shots on a couple of ends. Sort of brings it back to reality again. Still got an hour to go and only 6 ends to go. So it looks like we're going to be in on good time. Just going through some of the teams that are out here this weekend. A lot of them are the same, that we see the same guys year after year, which is absolutely brilliant that they keep on supporting the Chinchilla club. So we've got some good teams here. We've got some from Dalby, Gavin Bradford, of course, defending champions. With Gavin, Norm Head, he's got Sam Roberts with him and Craig Smith. And of course, you've got Chris Ryan and his team. They're always at the pointy end most of the time. Him and Carl Chechen, Lenny Rasmussen, and somebody called Juicy. They do favour having some nicknames around here in the list of teams. So you'll have to bear with us at various times. Somebody says that Robert Leslie would not be known as Robert Leslie, but everybody knows him as Boko. So yeah, that's what happens out here in the country. And the nicknames are what sticks with people. You got some here from Paradise Point. They've been coming out here for years, they tell me. It's always good, as I say, to see the teams or the players supporting the little clubs out here in the country, and it's a great atmosphere. They feed you well, they look after you. It's absolutely magic to come out here. Randal just a little bit offline. Had the intentions there though. Made sure he was reaching the head. It's a mark of a good second. Coming back to Reese. Hope that little one of yours is doing well and behaving herself. Sleeping through the night, hopefully. And yeah, we'll have to get Sasha back out on the green. Sorry, Sophie back out on the green very soon. Okay, a bit of a covering bolt at the back there. Matty's team holding shot at the moment. Peter will want to put another one in there. Giving it a friend would be a good idea. And as the day is getting on, that hand actually seems to be getting wider. The guys have got to trust what they see. There's a slight zephyr of a wind. Looks to be coming in from the possibly northerly area, northeast. Okay, Peter, you don't have to worry about that green bowl. You'll come round that the way they're bending in, but it is changing hands. And he's played it very well. Yep, that's a great bowl. Holding two, not easily to get them both. But Craig will be looking at just trickling that jack about 1.5 foot, 2 foot, and to bring Boko's bowls into play. He cut it back to one. He's done his job. He's put another bowl on the head and improved the head from what it was when he stood on the mat. A few guys out there now starting to take the jackets off. Starting to warm up out there. Not overly hot, but it is starting to warm up a bit. Whereas we're in here, you can see that shade on the background on the top left-hand corner. That shade that's halfway or 3/4 of the way down. We're just in behind there. You can just see the top of our table, and the shade like that. It's a great bowl from Bung. Yeah, it does get a little bit chilly in here. That bowl of Bung's made it a little bit more trickier for Matty. Any movement of that jack and he's going to be down a lot worse than what he is at the moment. And sensible course of action there. Just take the one down at the moment. He just tried to gently draw it. Bung can be a little bit more positive on his draw now, because if it does spring, he's got them there. He's got a couple of yellows in the back. So instead, he's just going to draw another one possibly. No, only the one. Okay, he was probably about a yard short of weight on that one. He could have afforded to have a positive draw to it. Bring it back a couple of 3 feet, might have made 3 or so. Yeah, good start again from Boko. John with his edges. Looks to be a good line. They're coming in nicely. Just a couple of feet short. Okay, Boko's made a correction on his speed and drawn a toucher. Okay, John's got to put about 2.5 feet on his last bowl. Which he has done. He was just unfortunate to clip the edge of that though. Had good weight until then. Okay. Randal on the mat. Okay, we just got a split screen there. We can see the delivery and the result. If Matty wasn't in the way, we'd see the result. Don't write. Okay, Peter having a little bit of a look at this. Very unlucky. Number 2's focusing is playing up a smidgen. Our apologies for that. Okay. Just yep, we'll just get that fixed before we bring it back up. It was probably my fault when I was redoing or re-terminating some of our new cables, so I had to have the one of the cameras inside, just checking, making sure that the terminations had succeeded. And while I was in there, I did tinker around with the settings on camera 2, and for some reason it sort of stuffed up the autofocus. But Tony will get that fixed for us. Okay, Bung holding a couple of shots here, just drawing for a third. And that won't count. Matty just a bit wide. Okay, Bung's thinking that it's a little bit tight again, but that looks not too bad. Should make a 2 and a measure. Yep, if he manages to get that jack back. Oh, weight was good. Just missed his line. Only the 2. Brings the score up to 14-9 after 12 ends. Good start from Boko there. And John's not that far away. It's a handy home. G'day, Junior. Yep, it's the greens are running really nicely. Okay, the master of correction, John, has absolutely nailed that. Beautiful weight. Randal's going to be pretty close here. Starts swinging now. Yeah, it's a mighty fine effort. Okay, Chris sticking with the forehand as well. And Matty getting a little bit too close here. We're not seeing the bowls come down. Yep, I think he heard it that time. was just a smidgen under the line. What a great effort though. Beautifully weighted, it would have brought it back nicely. Okay, Chris just coming through a bit quick. Still in play, didn't go into the ditch, so it's good. Yeah, they're falling into that trap of playing that yard through and not going wide enough, not trusting what they're seeing. Even with that extended weight, or speed, the green is still turning quite a lot. Okay, Bung just wants him to lose a couple of feet in the weight. He still has to make sure he takes that grass. It's a better looking line. Yeah, very good effort. Made the adjustment on the weight nicely and gave his bowl a chance by going that smidgen wider. It was starting to try to work in nicely. Peter's got a good looking line on this as well. It depends on the speed of it. And that's shot. So that gives Matty 2 shots on the head. But it looks as if it's framed up pretty good for a sort of a searching shot. But he does have to be careful because Chris has got the 2 back bowls, the 2 magenta ones. There's one on the screen there and one below the bottom of the screen by a yard or so. Played perfect weight on that. Still one to John though. Yeah, looks like he's calling Bung to play the cannon on the front green of Craig's bowl to push John's shot out. It looks like that'll pass the jack without moving it. Can't quite pick up all the sign language, but he's I don't think he's looking at that hitting the jack on the way through. But if he's a little bit tight and does get the jack, he needs to make sure he gets it on that left-hand side of the jack as we look at it. Yeah, he erred on the wide side. One down is not an issue at the moment for Bung, but Matty wants to make another one. It's very hard for him to do so because if he plays backhand, unless he sits the bowl out clean, yeah, they're just going to take the one. Wise choice, only 3 ends to go and it's only 3 the diff. It's Dormy 3. so. I miscounted 4. 4 shots difference on the 3 ends. But that's doable. Couple of 2s and makes it interesting going up the last end. That's all I'll be wanting to do at the moment, is just securing either a single or a brace. And they don't have to get the whole 4 in one end. They've got 3 ends to pick up 4 shots for the draw, or 5 shots to win in the 3 ends. That's 3 2s will do the trick. 2 2s and a 1 will do the trick. They don't have to be greedy, but if the opportunity arises, they will go for the major ones, provided it's safe. A little bit looser end, this one. A bit of a side view of the delivery. Yeah, nice smooth delivery. Okay, we'll have a look at Randal's delivery for a southpaw. Once again, nice step out, nicely balanced, smooth delivery. And of course, the secret of success in this game is to do the same thing consistently each time. And if you get that delivery as smooth as what they have been, it makes a big difference. The weight control is easy after that. But you do need to be well balanced. Once again, he's given a nice bit of air. Starting to work now. If it comes underneath that black, it's going to be fine. Oh, just got the edge. Still got the shot though. Now we'll see what Peter's up to. Looks like he's got a tail SRV. Once again, smooth delivery. Head over the point of delivery. Well balanced. And that brought his partners, his teammates John bowling. Yep, none of these guys should be worried about their delivery. They all look pretty well balanced and smooth. So when they look back on this, and they'll say to themselves, myself, that's not a bad delivery. You got Tony cacking in the background here, saying you're not supposed to say things like that. I'll put her on a microphone and see if she can fill in for a game on that. So it's not that easy. It's okay for Brian and some of those other guys who are doing it all the time, or a fair amount of the time. I'm normally sitting in the background very silently, just tinkering around with cameras. Okay, Matty's delivery. Holding shot at the moment. He'd like to get another one in there if he can. Bung will be looking at sitting this through, possibly on the backhand, pushing it through. It's on the running surface to travel to the left of the jack. He might play the forehand and just try to tickle a jack round the corner. He's playing the forehand. He had the intent of moving either. And it actually gave Matty a better possibility there if he can just come in there and just move that jack a little bit. If he can get it, maybe shape it down the line. He's got a couple of catches there. Still left it open there for Bung to he'd have to slice that edge of that jack now, so he's looking at probably the jack of the bowl. And it wasn't that far away. A very good effort. One more to Matty. Closes the gap to 3 with 2 ends to go. These last 2 ends, it's going to depend on the front guys. If John and Chris can secure a shot or 2 at the start, it's going to make it easier for Matty. And if Boko or Randal secure it for Bung, he'll be able to hopefully keep his lead in abeyance here. So it's very important these first 4 bowls from the leads. It could dictate how this game is going to end up. As it is on most ends, though, of course, if you get the lead there, generally it makes it easier on the rest of the team. It's a saying that Ryan Best used to say, the leads dictate whether you're going to win or lose, and the skips decide by how much. Okay, it's a good view of John with the arm. And that's not a bad starter. Yeah, nice follow through from Boko. Kept down long enough for the ball to have actually gone and then stepped out. And probably only 1.5 foot of speed that was required. John doesn't have to change much. His weight was good. His line is once again looking pretty good. And Bung's in the way of the camera a smidgen. Yeah, 2 good bowls. Boko seemed to give that a little bit more curry. Interesting. Don't know whether that's enough grass for that hand. Hasn't been used much, so it will be a little bit sort of slower on that side. They've been predominantly using the inside of the rink. Randal's played this pretty well though. That's a good set of bowls from Randal. Moved the jack, opened it up a bit, and then drawn a nice second shot. Okay, Chris has definitely got a bit better weight on this one, or speed on this one. Played beautifully. Good correction. Yep. I believe the magenta's holding at the moment of the bowler Chris's. So Peter's just a little bit tight, and maybe a foot or so and weight or a speed required to actually get to jack level. Yep, once again that hand, Craig didn't pick up that it was a little bit slower because it's been used less. And the jack off the centre, so they're going a little bit wider than normal as well, which is sort of virgin territory out there. Yeah, good effort. Couple of feet. Oh, actually went in the ditch. Yeah, Bung's is calling for a confident draw. And looks like Craig's done that. A very confident draw there. Just needs to get that jack on the way past. Mighty fine effort. Okay, up to the skips now. Matty's holding one shot with Chris's bowl, magenta bowl there. He'll be wanting to just solidify that shot, get another one there and make it a bit harder for Bung to make anything from it. And of course Bung will be wanting to shift that jack back a couple of feet. He's got all or most of the bowls behind there. So not a bad line actually. Played it very well. Stayed up there, and Matty's definitely got to reach that. Can't afford to be short. Sit that bowl through, sit there for two, or stay there for two. All depends on the speed now. Just slipped through. Last time coming this way, he just slipped, or 2 times ago, he just slipped through with both his bowls as well. The little lady just wasn't sitting on her shoulder to just hang around. Okay. That's one more to the Bungs team, 15-11 going up the last end. So they'll be looking at defending their 4-shot lead, And of course, Matty needs at least 4 to force an extra end. So we've got 23 minutes to go on the clock, so it's not an issue with the timing of it. Boko's got not a bad one for a start, maybe a couple of feet, just that's all. Nice line. Okay. Bung acknowledging the beeping there to get Matty to shift. Bearing in mind these guys though don't get to be on the live stream much, so we can forgive them a little bit. But these guys have done pretty well today. They've been pretty good. Been aware of the cameras being there. Okay, so it looks like one to Boko at the moment. Yeah, just Chris doing a bit of searching there. Okay, Bung says to Randal, "Now you come on this hand and just draw something handy, or just cover that black." Or just trail a jack if you want. Still going to be very hard for Matty to get 4 shots out of this at the moment. It's not really shaping up to be a 4-shot end for him. Craig hangs his head on that one. Knew straight away that it wasn't quite right. Okay, Peter says, "I'll have to show you how it's done." Wow, that is really swinging. Okay, looks to be a little bit quick, this one. I tell a lie, it's beautiful weight. Halfway down that looked way too quick. Once again, that's that side that's not been used much, a bit of virgin territory out there. but the placement of the jack and where the bowls are is certainly the easiest way is the forehand. There probably is a track on the backhand, but you've got to thread a needle. The law of averages and the percentages certainly favour taking the open hand. Okay, Bung with a reasonably pointed bowl. Nice weight. Okay. Peter's just advised Matty that all he's got to do is to draw a toucher and bring it back about maybe 4 or 5 inches, and he'll have 4 shots for the draw. It all depends on this one bowl that's left. Don't think he's got enough grass for it. Okay, it looks to be 1, possibly 2. Not too sure of the side view, Tony. Can we have a look at camera 2? It looks to be, well, actually looks to be 2. Yep, I'd give them 2 on that one, on that angle and that view. So that's 15-11 to Bung. Sorry? Sorry, it could be 15-13 with those 2 shots. Okay. And we'll just get the sponsors up on the screen there and we'll thank them once again. So the 2026 Chinchilla Bowls Club Men's Fours Carnival, proudly sponsored and supported by Canby Downs Mine, managed by the Young Coal Australia Group, Carlton United Breweries, Western Downs Regional Council. Now they tell me both Carlton and United and Western Downs sponsored the live streaming, so my apologies for not mentioning Cub earlier on. Jackson Parts and Industrial Supplies, Origin Energy, Cube Energy, and of course a couple of local sponsors here, Peter Belgrove and Kay Ainsworth. So thank you very much to all of those ones. Now our next game is scheduled, the players are going to go in there and have some lunch, or an early lunch. Our next game is scheduled for 12 o'clock. We have no idea who it is as yet, but we will find out within the next 5 or so minutes. But other than that, thank you very much. I just see Dutty there, go the Bung. Yep, thank you very much for watching it. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream, and hopefully my comments haven't sent you to sleep. Thank you once again, and we'll catch you in around about 1 hour's time. Cheers for now.